Hello, welcome. I'm Leila. Today I'm thinking about doing something abstract like. In a previous video I did these as an experiment. Since I don't own a jelly plate, I tried doing prints from a glass matte glass surface, sorry. And it, it wasn't a complete success, I can't say, but this is what I got, and I thought I'd do this one, if you can see it maybe. It's something like this, and I'm going to put in some more colors here with my brush. So I don't know how this will turn out. We'll just have to see. So I'm taking my brush, a Casaneo Da Vinci number 2, and I'll just remove my glasses first, of course, and just go in here and see what I will get in the end. And this is a very meditative kind of painting. I mean, a meditative way of painting. You don't have to think, you just put the color down on your paper. This is a bit soft. I'll try and get some more pigment. Oh, a little. It's a little dust, I think. You know, I was complaining the other day that there wasn't much of a summer, but today it's definitely summer. It's very hot. 24, at least 24 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Could it be 80 or something? 70, 80? I'm not sure. So, but then again, it's not as hot as in Spain. Poor things. Poor things, you can't say poor things about people. Poor, unlucky. Oh, sometimes I do get stuck in the expressions and how I talk. I'm sorry for that. I mean no harm, it's just that I'm not fluent in English. But what I mean is it's not very nice for all the people and animals and living there with all this heat. It must be really difficult. I hope it gets better. Whether someone said that heat wave is coming up here, up to the Nordic countries. We'll see. Okay, something else in here like this. I try dragging the paint a bit because I sort of a flower here now. Well, okay, and here I've got a bit of raw umber, maybe, so I can highlight those colors there as well. So I'll change my yellow to a more brownish color. Let's see. Oh, I can start with gamboge. That is actually not my ordinary brand. I tend to keep painting with Winsor & Newton, but this this gamboge is from Rembrandt, and I like it very much because it's depending on how much I can't find the word. I'm sorry. Is it too hot or am I too relaxed? Sometimes it gets more on the brown side of the spectra, and in others it turns more yellow, as you might be able to see here. Do I wanted this dotty things here? Yeah, we'll do that. No one knows what this will be in the end. And as I say, you can always keep going and add more and turn it into something else. So you see here, just by adding this a darker hue, you get sort of like some depth in here, in whatever this is. Nobody knows. Yes, I like it. Can I show you? Might not be the best of lighting here. Lightning. But let's see. Could do some more of that back here. Now I've got a little more paint, pigment, and you see it turns more brownish. But that's all right. I wonder what if I change my brush into another one. I could do that and see how that will be. Yes, I like it. This is very much just playing with the colors, and as you don't even know what this is going to be in the end. It's not going to be anything really, because it's an abstract, but there is no plan in it more than trying to keep the color scale somewhat. I like this. This was fun. And if you didn't see my previous video where I printed on glass, you can go and watch it if you want to. And, well, you know what to do. Like that. Was I out of the picture up here? Oh, almost. I'll have to think about that as well. I have a tendency to sometimes miss a bit. I have to find some way to get my camera right above my desk. I'll have to think about that, how to arrange that. And of course, if any one of you has any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And I can promise you, I read all comments. And that is an easy thing because I don't get very many. So I would love to have some from you. I know a lot of you are Americans, and also a lot of you are in the United Kingdom, in Great Britain, and I've also some I've had I've got someone who's from Australia, and that's fantastic, all around the world. This internet thing is truly remarkable. And also, what did I say now? Australia, yeah. And there was someone also from New Zealand even. So that's very nice. And also from, I think it was Bangladesh. And that's really, sounds, for me it sounds exotic. I've never, well, I haven't been anywhere really, so, but that is really truly very different from where I live, where I come from. And sometimes you see documentaries on TV from other countries, and it's totally different. Fascinating. The lives we live in different parts of the world. Can you see this? Yeah, maybe. So that is really nice. And I wonder what's the temperature in Bangladesh and in India and those countries. I think it's quite hot there. And yes, I saw there was one documentary. That was a difficult word for me. A document. No, I'll give up. You know what I mean. A film about that, and it was a Swede. He was half. his father was from India, and his mother was Swedish, and he's a famous comedian here in Sweden. He traveled to India and made films, a series from there. Very interesting, because you got a glimpse of the ordinary, well, somewhat the ordinary life. I presume it was more from the privileged people there, even though they also showed some of the poverty, which sadly enough exists all around the world as well. And all those they were cooking, they were preparing meals, because I think they opened a restaurant, or they tried to open a restaurant. I don't know how serious this was, but since he was a comedian, but it was great fun, and it was great fun to see how life is in other places. Surely not everything all around the world is the way we have it ourselves in the lives we're living. You see, this kind of technique doesn't interfere with me talking. In other situations where I've been painting on film, I stop talking. I forget to talk. Not that very much, I presume, but well, small pieces of silence and just painting. So, okay, I'll go in and change my color. I think I'll go for a yellow ochre. There wasn't much of a difference. Somewhat, yeah. We'll do it. I'll try this one. And I think I'm gonna go here. Oh, I thought about changing my brush. Yes, I forgot. Maybe I should do that. I've got another one. It's a little bigger. I'll try that and see. And I'm just wetting the brush now and carefully putting some color on. You shouldn't really use your good brushes straight in the color pot, or what you call it. Usually I take some inexpensive brush, such as this, maybe, to mix up some colors. But I try to be gentle, so I think it's all right. Okay, we got a little too much water here, I think. What's good about these brushes, with this very big chunky bristles on, they can hold a lot of painting and also a lot of water. And maybe I've gotten a little too much water here. I'll try to get some more paint instead. And here I think I want even darker things. You can still see in If I go in here, in this area, and I want to go back into this area, there's a slight risk I'll put my hand into the newly painted area, so I should stick to this a bit longer, because I don't think I'm fully done here. I can try a darker brown. Let's see, I've got a lot of water on my brush here now, so I'll try to be gentle and not get too much water on it. And then I got too little. So let's see now. If we can tap these on here. I don't know if the brush was a better choice, but I'll stick with it for now anyway. This is almost like a map of different countries, and maybe not on Earth, but could be another planet, who knows. Too much water still. Now I can't go in there because it's too wet on the paper, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know if I like all these blobs. I want to and here I went in when the paint under wasn't quite dry, I mean. Leave it, don't dab it more. I go here instead. And this is too. Why can't I? Was it this brush that is? What's it made of? I blame the brush. The brush might blame me. Too much water. No, don't struggle. Go back to the other one. That's a better choice, I think. Let's see. I'll get some paint on here. Yeah, where are we? Am I in the way of? This will be a long video now, but as you can see, that's the whole thing, really just putting colors in. And well, I get to talk to you, and that's quite nice, I think. It feels like I'm talking to you in a way. So even though you're not responding, but you could, you know. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you do paint along or get inspired by some of my ideas. I would love to read about it. Read all about it. Like the newspaper boys in old black and white movies when trying to sell newspapers. Okay, so far so good. And depending on how this turns out, you can either frame it, you can even take just parts of it. I think I've got some things here. Let's see. If you, I've got a few of these. These are quite good because you can try it out and see. You can make small pictures of it. Abstracts. Oh, let's see, it's not dried all over. So I'll be careful not to drag the paper. Drag the colors, the paint. An idea for you. And I'll think so. And this time I make sure I am recording, because in my last video, if you saw that, the end fell off. It went out in the cyberspace somewhere, and I don't know where it got to. Maybe it's out visiting friends or something. Okay, this is what it turned out to. So you can oh, sorry. Oh, that scared me. That's my timer. So you can see there's a lot more going on here than on this side, because this was just the first layer. And you can keep adding, as I always say, but this is so far so good. We'll see if I do anything more with it or not. I'm not sure. Thank you for being here, and especially if you were all the way to this stage. And thank you. Have a great time, and I'll see you in the next one, I hope. Ha det. No, that's Norwegian. I'm just being ha det så bra. That's what we say. Bye bye.